Day 5, June 30th. Since the Midnight Sun Fly-In festival had finished, our plan was now to go to Watta Lake to spend a day or two. Arctic Air was the fuel supplier. This was Bernie and Georgia who were preparing to return to Williams Lake in their Super Cub.
We're going to the Norseman. Watch your step. Okay. This is a really old aircraft. You won't believe it. It's probably 1940s, 1950s. It takes 30 gallons for every hour you fly, so that's 150 liters, almost $150 Canadian dollars just to fly it for 1 hour. It's really expensive, but it has so much power. I think it has 600 horsepower.
This particular Norseman belonged to Buffalo Airways.
The speed's okay. It goes about 120, 130 miles an hour, but the main point has lots of power. And it's really famous for north. This is a part of the Great Slave Lake. It's one of its bays. And we have big, humongous rocks here.
This was still Yellowknife. We were packing up and preparing for our trip by stocking up on food and other goods. This was the RV where we stayed for the last few days. It was a pretty nice place, except if you ever forgot the door open, tons of mosquitoes would come in. You always had to keep a good supply of mosquito repellent. Even these coils would work. Here was the can of beers we bought for $50 for 24 cans. Here was Vic and his daughter. His daughter was really good at badminton and tennis. We packed up the airplane and prepared to leave for Watta Lake Lodge. We were going to spend Canada Day the following day there. This was the approach into Watta Lake. They had a nice dock area for the float planes. The water was so incredibly clean and clear.
Oh, probably.
So here at Watta Lake, it's about 37 nautical miles to the east of Yellowknife. It's in the middle of nowhere. And we got some fishers over there. Let's zoom in on them.
One of the guides at the lodge also took us out for fishing for an hour. We stopped to say hello to the other boat that was fishing there, and those people thought we were really young.
Do I look that young?
Yeah.
I do, eh?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the fishing and the scenery at this remote location. Later on that day, Daryl had set down his video camera on the front seat of the float plane. He kicked the float, and then his camera went tumbling down into the water. Someone else noticed it and said, "Camera!" He quickly cut across the strut to the other side to rescue the camera bag. Here is the aerial view, and we had dinner. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for day 6.